Hey Flair, I'm done with supports for now. We'll do a few more when we get back to the monastery at another time or something. I gotta walk around. I gotta do something.
Also, those that were those are reasons why.
Hold on, you need to repeat that sentence because I didn't understand a syllable of it. That was all slurred together.
The supports with Lysithia are one of the reasons why I like her character so much. Just why she's doing everything as strictly as fast as possible.
I wish we could settle all of this before the fighting begins.
She lives to like.
All right, I'm talking to people now. Sorry, let's just.
I wish it dearly, but few others feel that way. They fight in a bloody battle, take countless lives.
Yeah, actually, I missed the first thing of this because I wasn't focused on it. What were you saying?
Lysithia lives to like 20-some years old at this point, so she's done as fast as possible.
Yeah, I guess if they said 5 years at most, maybe less, that's like, well, we spent a year at the school, and now it's 5 years after that, and she should probably be dead by now. But that also means, theoretically, that Elle has the same shortened lifespan, which might put a little bit of light onto her whole move things into motion right this goddamn second. Because she's a little young to take over as an emperor and start a worldwide war.
Yeah, that was Lysithia's A rank.
Yeah.
I wish we could settle all of this before the fighting begins, don't you? I wish it dearly, but few others feel that way. They fight in a bloody battle, take countless lives, and then finally come to understand defeat. They refuse to admit when they're beaten, and they keep it up until they've been utterly defeated. Of course, I understand that sacrifice is inevitable, but if they're going to surrender after being defeated anyway, why raise a weapon in the first place?
Because maybe they might win, that's what they think. If they're gonna surrender after they've been defeated anyway, why raise... Yeah, because they either think they're gonna win or they have to try because of just, like, their own personalities. You can teach me an axes and armors. I don't need either of those. How are you on the goals? You're maxed. Okay. Just hanging out in the administrator's room. Clearly getting comfy with your position of power, which is not the throne in your capital city, oddly enough. Like with Dimitri, I don't know, it made sense to me to use the monastery as your base of operations because he wasn't in power in any way. We took back the place from bandits and then used it as a place that's like, well, we're all gathered here, let's do what we can. And it took almost his entire run for him to take back Ferdiad. But Elle is already an empress and already has solid control and power over this whole territory. Why are we not doing this from the capital? Why are we hanging out in the church, the place that was the place that she hated?
Two things. One is at the center of Fodlan, meaning you have access to basically every region. Two, to not risk the church taking it back.
It's not a very fortified location, though. And clearly we're going to be using Empire armies to do some of these tasks, which are all in the Empire, not at the monastery.
In order to defeat a formidable foe,
there's some troops at the monastery.
How much do you know about the Alliance? The Leicester Alliance unites the feudal lords of that region. It holds regular roundtable conferences where they vote on their policies. However, only the 5 great lords are permitted to vote. Duke Goneril, Count Gloucester, Count Ordelia, Margrave Edmund, and their leader, Duke Regan. Their titles were originally granted to them by the royal family of Fargus about 300 years ago. The Alliance was still part of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, you see.
Okay, yeah, so I knew that. Fargus was... The Alliance split off from Fargus, and they were a big part of, its founding.
So we've somehow managed to take the Great Bridge of Myrden. That means House Gloucester should now be ready to join the fold more formally. We've blown a major hole in Claude's plan to preserve the Alliance. We should press on to Deirdre before he has the opportunity to adjust his strategy.
Floral tribute. If it's not too much, find the most beautiful flowers you can. We require a large number of them, so do not be too selective about their size. Why do you need
I
that?
have a request for you.
That's odd.
Well done, Professor.
Okay, so give you the resources. Any of these yours?
Yes, that is
No.
mine. Thank you. Where did you
How
find
did I
it?
not give him that thing at the top of the list? Oh, it's because in the month when I was doing all these giveaways, he wasn't there, right? Monster is centrally located. That would also mean it's easy to get to, which is why Randolph mentioned earlier he was shoring up the defenses. Yeah, like, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense to hold the location. I'm saying it doesn't make sense for the Emperor to be located here. It is a central location, but it's not at all in the center of Adrestia territory. It is on the border of the Alliance and Kingdom territories, making it very, very easy to get access to her.
I don't know, maybe so that she can spend less time traveling to the front lines and back.
But that's... She also shouldn't be doing that, is what I'm saying. She is because it's gameplay, like, and she's a part of the army, sure. I'm arguing from a purely, like, logistical standpoint and comparing it with Dimitri. With Dimitri, it made sense because he was not a king. He was the prince and he was on the run. L is the Empire, which is already the biggest, most military strong force on the continent, and she's clearly in charge. Why be on the front lines at all? This is things that you have armies to do for you. She doesn't have to be there every time to ensure victory. She doesn't want to just turtle, she's trying to get a lower turn count. I mean, turtling's the clearly superior strategy, though.
Say that, yet you've lost no units this run when you've been not doing the turtle strategy.
Just because I've been overpowered as fuck. It's a New Game Plus run. There's been many times when I've been stuck at a spot being like, I don't know what way to progress here because anybody I send forward is going to fucking die. The only people who are capable of really getting something done are my turtle units. And I only do that because I send a turtle out to attract all the attention. It's only when communication technology came along the king stayed away from the war zone. Is it? I'm pretty sure that's also not true. Because empires and kings often fought wars and fought battles on many fronts at once. They had generals and lieutenants and family members that would run the key battles for them. They only showed up for, like, the most important of things. They didn't make a base on the front line and just live there for a year. What's the thing I needed to get? There was flowers. Did I already pick? I think I already picked those up. Tell that to Alexander the Great. You can pick out individual examples. This is what I always say to everybody. Individual examples do not break the general guideline. And the general guideline is stuff that people don't think about because it was what happened all the time. It wasn't great and glorious and, like, worthy of making a fantastic story. People stand out in history for doing something different because it was different. It was not how everybody else did it.
Hey!
Hello.
Oh, good. Thanks.
And how everybody else did it worked for hundreds and thousands of years because life continued. Those big names, they show up and they take a lot of territory and then they die because they stretch too far. It's very strange for the King Doombearer to be on the front line, since if they die, there isn't much reason for their troops to continue to fight. Yes, that's why it was so rare, and that's why people who did it stand out so much. There's so much to, like, not just in terms of history and, like, general life and stuff like that, to keep in mind, like, to think about. That you have to actively remind yourself to think about, because there's no reason for it to jump out as being exceptional. And the human brain is wired to disregard all that regular rank and file info because it doesn't affect our lives that much. It's the exceptional stuff that stands out, but it's not the exceptional stuff that keeps the world turning.
So we've somehow we should press.
Anyways, I had. Thank you, got your point.
What?
I'm gonna cross those labs. Just go get the quest.
I don't know what this quest is.
So we should.
He said I needed flowers, but I think I've already got them all. Oh, do I have to gift them to him?
We should press.
Anemone? Is that the one? Oh, do I just have to give him a bunch of flowers? Is it really that simple? No, gladiolus. Flowers used as an offering for those who died in the war.
I'll take it. Well done,
there we
Professor.
go. I didn't look at what he said. If there was a hint about that, I'd completely skip by it. Whoops. I'm sure that quite a few people who did that did end up dead. It would actually be refreshing for an FE game to have a lord, but you only rarely get to use them. Just they really show up in important battles. That'd be pretty sweet, yeah. It sounds like FE7 Mark, except actually important. That sounds fantastic to me. I would love that.
Who was Mark in Blazing Blade?
Tactician. Mark is his default name. The only weird thing with that would be, like, how do you maintain an investment and growth in a character that you get access to so rarely? Because in general, Fire Emblem games teach you to just, like, keep pumping pumping XP into the units that you use all the time and make them better. If they keep taking away a guy from you, that incentivizes you to not make him too strong. Because either A, he's gonna be super under-leveled the next time you see him anyways, or B, he's gonna get automatically leveled up to where you are, so why put time into him now? It would be interesting and require a bit of a unique mechanic for his experience, I think.
Right.
But story-wise, yeah, that'd be great. That sounds awesome.
Well, that would be interesting. Gameplay-wise, I'm unsure how they would implement it.
Sure, give us some dexterity. Why did I cook dexterity? That's dumb.
Mike?
Dexterity's, like, not critical for anybody. Should have given them HP or strength or something that has, like, a hard statistical use case. Okay, who still needs motivations currently? Handjob and Manuela are the only ones that do, so let's have them eat together. And hate every moment of it.
My apologies in advance for our boisterous dining companion.
Don't apologize for her.
Professor.
I enjoy Manuela's company. The Jagan takes place in the army of the main lord most of the time? Perhaps. Could also be that, yeah, like, you just have an army general or something, but then when the lord shows up, it's like, he inherits the levels and the experience from the one unit, but he's way better. So you're still encouraged to keep using it, just like most of the time most of the time you have this character, and for the really big stuff, you get this guy instead. I have 4 time slots with which to spend here, and I don't know who to spend them on. I don't have the benefit of, like, a lot of faculty to keep working on those supports with now. Stenith is completely out of the question.
And you also missed out on 2 other faculty members, so yeah, very limited.
Yeah, if I'd known that, I probably would have gone for Alois or something. That's not to say I wanted to know that. I just, with perfect knowledge, the way you approach these things changes. That's the point. So Ferdy and Manuela together. This is just for supports at this point. Oh, wait, Manuela already ate. Who else can Ferdy work with? Sorry, Freddy. Oh, Hubert still has 2. Sure. What do I have a lot of materials for? That one. I'm just trying to wrap my hand around this, how this would work, which isn't really selling me on the concept.
Can we put our quarrel on hold, Ferdinand? At least while the professor is present.
Of course we can, Hubert. We will finish eating and then continue fighting elsewhere.
I love this. There's... Be polite about it. We'll punch each other again later.
I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
Okay. Elle can speak with, Linhardt still has 2 left.
When I think of the past, it makes me grateful for things like having a nice, relaxing meal.
Should I be less picky about what I eat, or should we just find better food?
Yeah, I think you should be less picky. Look, I spent like an hour earlier today fishing up all of the little minnows from that place. If you don't like minnows, then you just gotta go hungry, Linhardt. That's how this is gonna go down.
Need the food, okay?
Caspar and Ash. Yeah, they have a bunch left together. Let's do that. Ashy boy and Caspery. The Lord could have his time in the sun, but instead of on the battlefield, most of his time spent doing political minigames or...
Caspar, your stomach will burst if you eat all of that.
Don't worry about me. I've got a stomach of steel.
Maybe said gameplay could have an indirect or even direct effect on the battlefields. Yeah, you'd have to, like, it wouldn't work in an old Fire Emblem. It'd have to be one of these new ones where, like, there's extra content or extra gameplay besides just battles. And now I can go do some choir work, because I forgot to do that, and that'll give me some faith, too. You're normally supposed to connect with and get invested in the characters and the tension of trying to keep them alive. I feel like trying to look for ways to take that out is a mistake. That's not taking that out, Colonel. When a lord dies, the game is already like an immediate
Professor?
reset. So you're not
Maybe.
changing the way the game works with that.
Like 99% of the time, if the Lord is dead, it's game over.
What is that? I got a PayPal payment. Hold up. For $1. What? Who sent me $1? Is that a donation or something? I don't know. Huh. I didn't get any alerts, if that's what that was.
I saw something pop up. I think that might have been it.
Oh, you saw something pop up? Did I not catch that?
Not catch that. It was on the stream overlay.
JFP game followed. Hold on. Now I have to find it, because I didn't, like, I'm supposed to have audio alerts for all those things, too. I can find out on the Streamlabs activity board. Today's donations. It totally says there was a donation here. Oh, did I miss a thing? Oh, fuck, now I feel really bad about that. Yeah, Edelgard von B. Oh, I'm sorry. I must. Why are the audios not working? Do not be fooled by the church propaganda. Pon is the real form of John. The man streaming is an imposter. What? One of John's many followers is showing up, trying to include me in the extended lore. I appreciate the $1. Thank you. I'm sorry I missed it. If you're trying to keep them off the field, that is a change. Colonel, I don't know where you're getting that idea from. What we're talking about would not be trying to keep a unit off the field. I feel like there's some misunderstanding there. I can work with... I still have another one with Linhart, and then we can also give some more faith work to... Sure, Dorothea. How did you spend an hour fishing and only catch tiny minnows? It's like, Linhart, you've never been fishing, have you? The fact that I caught more than 3 things at all in an hour is a good haul. That was me, sorry about the alert. No, don't be sorry, I'm sorry that it didn't show up. Was there, like, no audio for it? What happened?
I think there was any audio for that.
Now I gotta go figure that out too. Hold up, I gotta check through the donation stuff here real quickly. Make sure that none of the audios have been turned off.
Hi.
Sound volume is good.
The church is run by a giant lizard.
Sound volume is on. Why is this one disabled? Enable. Okay, well, cool. Once again, I'm very sorry that the alert didn't go through, but thank you. Thank you very much. I get donations so very, very rarely. I have, like, these little things set up to be ready for them, and then when they finally happen, they don't go off. Ah. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Thank you for chilling. Okay, let's do some instructions. I'm totally not on board with this idea myself, or not totally. Maybe I would change my mind if I could see it in action, but I can't be sold on just from hearing all the possibilities. Yeah, it's something you need, like, gameplay designers to sit down and really hash out for a while if you did want to do it. Okay, Petra. Always have so many things, Petra. I need to make sure you stay trained. You are on a flyer currently. But to make it to Wyvern Lord, which is where I'd like you to end up as a possibility, you need a lot more of a lot of things. You need to be A in axes, A in flying, and keep working on your lances on the field. Oh god, you're only at E+. That sucks. Alright. Well, it means I know where to put my time for training. Sorry?
You have...
If all is failed, you can just lesson or whatnot.
Yeah, that's true. I can leave her as an advanced class. I just want to open it up, since she's a very good possibility for going to master class. Hubert is probably going to stay as a Dark Bishop forever. I don't see him getting on a horse.
I tried to get him on a horse in my first run. It didn't work.
Just didn't work out very well.
He did not meet the horse requirement.
Ferdy is another good option. Well, with his, Hope Desire at some point to wind up as a great knight. But to do that, you're gonna need more axes and more heavy armor. I think you're still swinging around axes casually on the side. Yes, you are, but I've had you using primarily lances for a while. So let's throw you at some more heavy armor work. Because if I can train you up to be the appropriate heavy armor ranking, that means you'll also get access to the sweet 5- weight, which is awesome. Or no, wait, you don't get that for mastering... No, yeah, you do get that for a heavy armor skill upgrade. Okay, never mind, we're all good. Manuela, if you have to keep using lances, that means I get to keep training you in swords. So that you will have some ultimate weapon eventually when you get on the Falcon Knight.
I always was a quick study.
I wish I could put Hubert on a Pegasus. I don't think an Advance Wars revival is pretty likely, especially considering Wargroove just came out. Although that may have given some indication that there's a hunger for it at least? Can't give out much, but here. Oh, thank you, Unregistered Reginald. You didn't have to do that either. Is it not falling into the cup? Is there something wrong with my cup now?
Oh no, I saw it in the cup.
Okay, good. I see it there too. Yay. It's probably because I don't look over until the sound plays, and by then it's already gone down. That's what it is.
The sound is on a bit of a delay.
Caspar, Bernie, Dorothea. Yeah, training you in some more faith would be good. Since you have what you need now to become a warlock, if I need you to do it, yeah, so we'll just teach you up in some Healy stuff.
Everything went pretty well today.
You can also turn her into a Gremory if you need it.
If I need to, that's true, at the very end. Who else needs training and stuff? Elle, yes, because you're doing 1,000 things all the time, constantly. I forgot about that. And you haven't mastered Fortress Knight yet, so I could put you back there if I wanted to get you that skill. Yeah, I want her to get S rank. I want her to get S plus in armors, so I'm just gonna keep training her here.
More armor!
More armor! Mercedes is actually a Fortress Knight now, so I can just teach her in bows. Make her super good.
Yes, very good.
One more. I will give it to who needs the boosts right now. You know what? Handjob does. He's not often on the field. Although he does already have an A rank in magic, the one thing that he really uses. And a B in bows. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Felix only cares about swords. Ash is on axes and bows, but you've already become a sniper.
Maybe Caspar so he can become War Master?
He's already pretty close. Yeah, all he needs is an A rank in axes and brawling, and he's got it in brawling, and he's at B+ in axes. He'll get there. I'm gonna give Lysithia hasn't been on the field very much to use authority, so I'm gonna give her some authority boost to get her up to A rank.
It was easier than I thought. Don't stop. Easier than I thought.
Okay, cool. So all that's done. Group tasks. I need to set up something new here now. I could do Manuela and Petra on Skywatch, Ferdy and Elle on clearing rubble. And literally the only person who wants to be on a horse is Ferdinand for stable duty, so we're skipping that. Goals. Elle is on authority and heavy armor, and I like the both of those. Hubert on authority and reason. Ferdy is on axes and heavy armor. Linhard is on his magics. Caspar does not need to focus on brawling anymore. We can put him back to both. Bernadetta, same deal. You've become a sniper, so we'll put you back on 2 things. Those 2 things can be bows and... What else are you good at? Bows, lances, and riding, and that's it. You need more riding, okay? So we'll train you in that in case I want to put you into a bow knight. Dorothy is fine with magics. Petra could swap this to axes and flying. Felix is good. Ash, put you on axes and bows. Mercedes, axes and heavy armor. Let's trade one of these. Give her bows and heavy armor. Lysithia's on magics, handjob is fine, Manuela, same deal.
May I ask you something?
Oh god, I feel like you're here with a posse and you're gonna execute me now, aren't you? I know this is highly unlikely, but on the off chance that Rhea surrenders and agrees to my terms, what should I do? Strip her of her power so she can't interfere in politics, turn the church into an imperial institution, and it could be a trap. Take her out with a surprise attack. You know she's a bad guy.
Sorry.
Nope, you hate that answer. Okay, I am not compatible with Edelgard, ever.
Yeah, I think she would have liked just stripping her of her power.
Maybe it's good to focus on one thing, but I can't do it! Since I love the axe and hand-to-hand brawling equally, I just have to hone both and be a war master. Why do you need me to say yes to this? That's already your default training thing is these two things. Like, it was already there as his default. Why add it again?
Very simple-minded.
What's up, Linhart?
Professor, what brings you out so late?
I heard a strange voice.
Oh, that was likely my voice. I've been worrying about something. I asked you once to help me achieve my goal of being a person who can simply nap all day. Then I thought, if the world becomes a peaceful place, all my crest research might be for naught.
Why is that?
Well, I don't see how crests have much use in times of peace. Certainly there are crests that make you stronger and could be used in engineering, and I suppose crests that increase magical abilities might help doctors heal injuries. Still, the possibilities seem limited. It's as if crests were designed to be used only in times of war. Their power meant to bring about death and destruction.
Yeah? What of it?
I cannot prove what I say is true, but suppose for a moment that it is. The longer this war goes on, the more useful my crest research becomes. But if the war were to end today, we would go on living, perhaps not using the power of our crests at all.
Is that a bad thing?
It is truly my dream to be a crest scholar, but I also dream of all the wonderful naps peace would
Oh, I see now.
Saying it all out loud, it feels a rather stupid thing to worry over. Knowledge or peace, sleep or war.
You shouldn't worry about it if it's stupid.
You know, you're right. In the end, maybe it's not that stupid.
That's not what I said.
It certainly is.
I said it is stupid and you shouldn't worry about it.
Although if I stop researching crests, I'll have one less excuse to spend time with you. Professor, don't make faces like that. People like you, who listen to my blathering and then nod and smile as though what I say matters, people like you are very precious to me.
Well, at least you know I don't care. Good, I'm glad. What were we talking about? Okay, A rank. Good. The real answer is D. Hubert will Black Ops kill her regardless of your choice. That's probably why he went.
Put your heart into it, Ferdinand. It'll be over sooner if you do.
Yes, right. I will try not to slow you down.
Nothing could slow me down for something trivial like this.
Picking up these rocks.
Impressive.
Sucks.
Your skills are unparalleled. You could have done it alone just as easily.
It's not like you to say that, but honestly, we both pulled
And
out.
again, Emperor picking up rocks. It seems a tad silly.
It's all instinct now.
Yes. Manuela got,
I mean, she's
got
gotta
it stance.
fix the monastery up.
But why? Why does she does not have to do that?
Learning these things gives me
Word
great
on manpower, maybe?
difficulty.
Am I doing all right?
That doesn't answer the why. They don't have to fix it, period. So looking for excuses or like being on short on manpower on we can't fix it, we don't have the men, it's like, it doesn't matter, you don't have to fix it.
To prepare for her eventual fight with Rhea.
They're not doing that here, they're going to Ferdiad. You still celebrate St. Sarah's Day, that seems weird.
It'll be good muscle training.
It's still weird for the Emperor to do those things. It's a wholly different atmosphere from the Blue Lions. I'm still on that.
And I get that. This is much more militaristic.
Dealing with deserters and pirates in the north. There's no expiration on these, so I'm gonna wait on these until I have something else to fill up the time with. So we get to explore again. Just build more supports. It's part of her exercise program. Let's be honest, she must be jacked if she's wearing all that armor all day, every day. I don't know, she looks like she's still got a pretty slim figure under there.
Okay.
You see how much strength she has?
Yes, and honestly, I'm not impressed. I've seen far greater.
Has more defense, at least.
Dorothea and Lycicia.
I'll keep my voice down. Singing with others is a nice change of pace.
Okay, I thought Lysithea was wearing like 6-inch heels for a second there. Just briefly skimmed past my vision. I'm like, wait, what? Is she making herself taller with fakery? 'Twas not the case. Politics in full armor. I think we can all agree politics would be better overall if they all wore full armor when they went in there. Like, they are simultaneously hot and agitated, so they're more willing to argue their points, and they want to get it done quick so they can get out of there. Plus the added benefit of they're ready to just throw down to solve a dispute.
Be more interesting to watch, at least, I will admit.
Goals. Okay, so L is low. Who can she work with? L can support this. I have another one. Linhart has 2. Let's throw her at hand job this time. Effects are enhanced for those who love sweets. L likes sweets? That's odd. It'd be entertaining. It's kind of hard to compete with Dimitri's raw destructive potential.
Oh, I love...
You should continue eating, of course.
But then again, where would we get if we just keep comparing everyone to Dimitri? To a better place. By holding everybody in the world to such a high standard and looking with disdain and disappointment upon everyone who doesn't meet it, we will pull the world up by its suspenders if we must, one person at a time.
It's hard to do that if you compare it to the person with the best strength.
Yeah, but like, that just means that everybody's got to train more. Hubert can eat with Ferdinand. He has 2 there. So I gotta find something that Hubie likes. I mean, Ferdy likes. I mean, Freddy! Damn it!
Take up his name.
Can we put our quarrel?
Of course we can.
What Hubert is wearing is somehow more black than the black that the students wore. And I only noticed that when I sat him down next to a student outfit.
This isn't your average everyday black. Advanced black.
This is the black of the void. This is the black of the souls that make up the color of my eyes. This is advanced black. Dorothea. Dorothea and Petra can support with who? Well, with each other, that's one. Yeah, let's just do that. Dorothea... Petra doesn't like that. But it is with somebody who has a boost from the sweets, so maybe it'll get boosted. Advanta Black.
I think the food of Fonlin has great strangeness.
No, she only got plus half. I'll have to go fix that up later. Mercedes, Lysithia, and Manuela. So, Lysithia can speak with L. Linhart. Handjob, yeah. No, Handjob already ate, didn't he? I threw Handjob at, L. Yeah, frig. The sooner I can get all of this wrapped up, the sooner I never have to worry about foods again. Like, every combo that gets paired off at their max level means I just don't have to include them in calculations from here on. So we do, like... Yeah. Yes?
Eating delicious.
Okay. Goals. So, yeah, Manuela and Mercedes are left. Manuela can eat with... I believe Dorothea, Ferdy, and Elle have already all eaten. Mercedes, on the other hand... Yeah, she can work with Ash, so let's do that. Find some Mercedes likes. Oh, there, grilled herring and Ash. Good. I think Edelgard doesn't get any taller in the 5-year interval. That would make sense.
This is my absolute favorite.
Somehow, everything tastes better with company.
One left, and it's just Manuela. So we'll have her eat with anybody, doesn't matter who. Actually, I can just give her flowers instead, rather than waste the precious foods.
Okay.
Yep, do the gardening, quick harvest, plant, root vegetable seeds. Plant all of it, just a bunch of veggies. Cultivate, prune it down a bit. Cool, that's taken care of.
Hello.
Where is Manuela located at? Oh, right there. Zakobo, I don't want to tip. But thanks.
Hey there.
No help at all.
None. Zero.
Remember, well, one idiot. What's going? No, 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 no.
Yeah, I'm not doing this for paired endings. I'm just doing this to get supports wrapped up as soon as, like, as early as possible.
Well,
because the sooner I can do it, the sooner I can transition myself to just training all the time. You don't have to stay quiet. I just don't offer tips and advice unless I specifically and explicitly ask for it.
Remember that. Well, one idiot. What's going on?
Because otherwise, info like that, like I only read the first line. It said something about getting paired endings, and I don't want that info because that changes the way I think about and approach things in the game. It's extra meta information that I don't want. Because I believe and have firsthand experience of, in my own personal case, that meta information changes the way you play the game. And you can't just turn that off unless you very explicitly set yourself on a path against it, which is still changing the way you play the game. It's not a organic experience anymore.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, there we go. So you're maxed out again. Trying to resist my base instincts of giving as much advice as possible. Thank you for resisting. And yeah, around here, that's why I put it on the Nightbot. I want none of that. None of those instincts. I'm not here to get complete playthroughs or, like, see everything. Hey. I'm here to play the game as naturally and as blindly as I possibly can, because to me, there is nothing in gaming that is more special than those moments of discovery of, like, what? And I want to capture that, and I want to share that with people.
It's like that one time where you realize why Elle and Lysithia have a support with each other.
Yes! That only happened because I got through like 3 of the conversations, and I'm like, wait. Oh, this thing's just suddenly clicked for me. That's what, like, there's a whole, all of the different storylines, like, anytime there's some new info that comes out, I'm just like, hold on, I gotta process it. That is what I love seeing so much out of other people, and why I want to maintain as clean a slate for myself as I can. Because I want to deliver that from me to other people. Now, where the hell is Petra? I've just been, like, walking down this hallway, hitting the menu every 6 steps, and then forgetting why I did it. Okay. Gift to you, a sunflower. You really like sunflowers. I found her flower. I feel like I need to jot that down, even though I will never use her again past this point, but I've never actually found somebody's flower before. I've tried giving specific flowers to specific people before, but it's always just been a crapshoot guess. I should also jot down what they like for tea. I haven't been paying attention to it so far, but I should probably start for any of them that I find from here out. I'm trying to like the Crom marrying Olivia crap from Awakening. Do tell on that. I know that's a thing, but I don't know how it relates. This is teaching me to hold my tongue a lot better. I feel like I should thank you for that. I feel weird, like, agreeing that anybody should thank somebody for being a hard ass about something, but at the same time, I can and will acknowledge that's how a lot of teaching happens. So, if my short temper and getting strict with people is teaching anybody about how better to respect spoilers, then that's, I think, a net good in the world. And it's really full of myself to say that, but I'm glad. I'm glad that you'll take that attitude forward to other streamers and help maintain their blindness as well.
Right. There have been times where I just wanted to say something, realized that it's technically a spoiler, and then just...
Hi there.
Which is the hardest part. It absolutely is. It's that moment of reflection and thinking about, is this a spoiler? Does this fall under that definition? Because it's easy to think that a lot of things aren't, but if you look at them from a certain angle, they could be considered to be. Which is why I always say, ask first. And phrasing the question is also tricky, but if you ask first, I don't have problems.
Yeah, I had that. Yeah, that was also another problem I had with discussing Hilda's recruitment, since you don't get her in the Eagles.
I understand that now, but you know what I did not. I was thinking about this the other day. There were people that were telling me that about Hilda, especially when I asked about it up front. But at the same time, I was mentioning the whole time that I'm going to use Seteth in this playthrough, and I was making explicit plans for it, and nobody even batted an eye at that. Good job, everybody, on that front.
Yeah, Seteth doesn't join you because he's just the church and going against the church.
Yeah,
Why
but like much like with Hilda, there's so much room there to be like, well, you know, you got to make sure you do a thing. I'm just like, nope, nobody mentioned it at all. And then it took me several days after that. No, yeah, I think I was actually talking about it in the same battle there. I'm like, oh damn it, I wanted to use you. Oh well.
I think most people don't think about it because you get him automatically every other time, so you just don't think about it.
Yeah, there's not effort that has to go into it, that's right.
With Hilda, you have to actually go up to her and ask her to come to your class.
If you get her to B rank, like, she's a student. If you're in a position where she's able to be recruited, she might just come to you. If she behaves like other students do.
Now you...
It's gonna kill me if a Radiant Historia playthrough ever happens because they know there's stuff you'll miss, and it pains me because of the stuff you'll probably miss. But
Remember, well,
that does not change how I want to go about it. Tales of Symphonia has a ton of that stuff too, and I remember that game a lot because I played that game through 8 times trying to find all the things. Even with guides, there are hidden things in that game that are almost impossible to get if you know how to do it. But that doesn't affect the first playthrough. The first playthrough should be pure.
Professor.
Find it a bit strange that Hilda will only refuse to join you on this specific route. I think it's because of this. Like, if Hilda were to join you, they would then have to include something that says Hilda left you when you choose Edelgard. And I bet that's why she's only available in that last month when you choose not to go with Edelgard. And I bet it's because she's special. She's not the unrecruitable lieutenant of Claude, but she's really, really close and is only recruitable under specific conditions. I believe that to be the case. You got mad at me for mentioning a Wyvern Lord existed in Conquest, despite already seeing Wyvern Riders, Malignites, and the coexistence of Paladins and Great Knights. That's how quickly I learned how seriously he takes this. Well, I'd never seen a Malignant Knight before, so, like, clearly there was something different with how that game was handling classes. That's how I looked at it. I would not be surprised if a Wyvern Lord showed up, but I didn't want to expect it. I think I'm out of things to do again this week. Because I don't have that many faculties that can teach me things, and I'm only teaching myself in stuff I'm good at. Which means there's no students who are better than me at them.
Professor, it's quite nice for her.
Just of not having enough faculty.
just for the sake of, like, using the time, I might have to start training myself in other things. Because I could do tea times with people, but all that's going to do is build relationship and give me charm points.
Professor, it's quite nice for her.
So, yeah, everybody's already eaten. We've built the supports. I've trained with who can teach me the things I want to know. Teach me about... I'm a class that can use magic. I may as well learn some of it. In a certain point, Awakening, Crom has to marry a girl out of 5 so that Lucina can be born. Yeah, one answer is you. Girl from Chapter 3, several others in other chapters. The girl that you get comes with you on that... However, the girl that you get comes with you on that same chapter that Crom gets married. So you basically have to make Crom long-coup every girl, including yourself, if you make yourself a girl. Ah, I see. You have to make him really, really hate everybody in order to marry Olivia.
Now you just...
Or not hate, but not get on with anybody. That's kind of how it is in what is it, friggin' Tales of Symphonia 2. That's my biggest example, because there's one place in the game where like 95 times out of 100, Colette will come out and talk to you. But there is a very difficult way in that one instance to get Zelos to do it instead. But in order for that to happen, you have to basically, like, have a higher support with Zelos than Colette. And Zelos doesn't join you until, I don't know, 2/5 / halfway through the game, whereas Colette's been with you since the very beginning, and almost anything you do in that game builds support with her because she's a ditzy blonde that just friggin', like, loves you. So it's really, 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 really hard to do, and even when I tried to do it, I couldn't.
Right. It's like this.
Do you ever think about that sort of thing, Professor? We cannot...
Can you teach me things? You're here. Sure, teach me some more about, No, I'm not gonna use axing. I don't need axing. Where are the magic folks? There's gotta be somebody else that's a magic. Yeah, Hubert, you can teach me. Oh, did I spoil something for Euro? Shit. I see a giant capital. What?
So, that means we should press.
They didn't tell you Flane would leave, so they could have done the same for Hilda. Yes, they could have, but what I'm saying is that they would have needed to also add in another message for Hilda. Speaking of Malignite, please let future DLC give us a Malignite class. Yeah, a Magic Flyer is awesome. That would be fantastic. A Magic Armor class would also be great. It, like, L is custom made for it. On my blue lines, I had the option to Recruiter because my axe skill was C, but I didn't because I didn't have a free spot on my team. What's the distinction between Malignites and Wyvern Riders? Yeah, one uses magic, one is just pure physical. Do some more instructions. This has been taking a lot longer because, you know, I had a lot of supports to catch up on, and also we've been stopping a lot to talk about things. Petra.
Your guidance.
Axe uses.
You have.
Yeah, I would like to. I would like to get her up as high as she needs to be in both axes and flying, so that I can lean on not needing max lances to get the Wyvern Lord.
Just siege and lances to get Wyvern Lord.
Yeah, but that means I can pass with a B. I mean, with a D or a D+. Those are easier to get to.
Oh.
Still remember the super side quest for certain party members' ultimate weapon in Tales of Vesperia, where I played that. It's possible to lock yourself out of that quest around 10 hours in before the person who uses that ultimate weapon joins the party. That sounds like a Tales thing, alright.
Wolf is very, very dumb with their side quests.
Nothing worth celebrating. Praise isn't necessary, really.
Keep working on that armor, El. Ferdy, we're gonna give you some axe training. Gonna be going to bed because work in the morning? Sure thing, Crazy DK. Have a good night.
See, I am.
Hum. We'll give Mercedes some more working bows. I want her to become an excellent, like, master sniper in heavy armor. She doesn't take to it too well. She's only, like, sort of nodding along with the class.
You are putting Mercedes through a lot.
Throw Lysithia at some authority.
It was quite a challenge. I've got to keep working hard. Easier than I thought.
One more to spend. Let's spend this one on... a little Caspar. If I can get him to his SS, that means that I will be freed up to start spending some points on his authority, which he could desperately use.
Yeah, Caspar does not like commanding troops.
Group tasks, Kate, those ones are fine. Goals, nothing should have changed. A lord must know how to command others. Authority is therefore a must. That's why I came to you this time alone, without my posse, because they liked your answer last time and I didn't. It's also traditional to study sword technique. Will you help me with these endeavors? No. No swords, no authority, Keep swinging that axe around and, like, swing it into your own arm until you have forged armor so heavy that you cannot cut through it. That's how you're gonna get tough.
You're going to be a master at standing in one place and not taking any damage.
You are my little red Hector with boobs.
Little red Hector with boobs.
A decent result. At least we didn't run into any issues.
It is my fault, I am afraid. I really dragged us down.
Foo. You have allies who can take master exams. What?
Yeah, Ferdinand's level 30.
God damn it, Ferdinand! Why did you do that? Why did you kill Judith like that? He's got a 48% chance at it right now. No. I'm not wasting Master Seals on that. I am waiting until Master Seals are guarantees. Because I'm limiting myself in how many of them I have. Ferdinand has been humbled. This is a momentous occasion. Yep, little Freddy finally learning some humility. I suppose I could do a seminar. Wait, no. Blessing of the land. I have to go explore. I have to pick up my veggies.
Go get the vegetables.
Okay, we'll get the vegetables.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna drop out now. It's getting pretty late.
Sure thing. Thanks for chatting for a while. I feel like we had a couple good discussions. We had some laughs. I'm still not done. I'm gonna go do the battle, but have a good night.
Okay, have fun trying to take care of Claude.
Right, it's Claude. I feel like that should be a really big battle, but we're still only on the second one of the time skip, so it can't be that crazy huge. Are you serious? I planted so many vegetable seeds. You gave me back 4 of them and a carrot. Blessing of the land, my ass. Yes, Anna's shop sells Master Seals. I am not going to buy them, Cyrus. I'm keeping myself limited, and I want to keep myself limited. I want master classes to feel special and earned. So I'm only going to be master classing a few select individuals.
Hey. Hey there. Right.
You guys will buy my money fish.
Hello there.
Money fish, oh money fishing. Not the Goddess Messenger. That one is really good, and I have 4 of them for some reason.
This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? Return soon, please.
Professor?
No.
Okay, to the foodstuffs. Let's go through these supports that we have available now. Clear up everything. Shoeless, start talking to Handjob.
Which means that there are some elements of your power that cannot be explained by current theory. Although this may lead to a discovery that alters the very fabric of Crest research.
Ugh.
Oh, pardon me, Professor. I became lost in thought, and I do tend to ramble. I suggest we call it a day. Do you concur?
I'm getting tired, dude.
It seems that I have gotten carried away again. My apologies. I know you are quite busy. I become so energized around you. When we get deep into the research, why, I feel 20 years younger. That said, perhaps we should discuss things unrelated to crests from time to time. Some sort of silly, lighthearted topic might be nice.
I think we tried this last time and you immediately switched it back to crests. You got one in mind?
I'm not especially skilled at small talk, alas. I know. Food. Not my strong suit, the culinary arts, but I do enjoy a good meal. Which kind of food do you prefer, Professor? Sweet or spicy?
I like spicy, but I'll say sweet this time, just to mislead him.
Same as myself. Yes, indeed. Oh, now my stomach is growling. An old colleague of mine theorized that those who bear crests favor sweet flavors over spicy. She suggested that the crest exerts some manner of influence over...
That was supposed to be a snore sound, but I just did not able to make the sound in the back of my noise. Of my nose.
Oh, there I go again. How embarrassing. We were supposed to be avoiding talk of crests, weren't we? Terrible habit of mine. Finding a way to turn any conversation towards crests. I really should find a way to stop.
Yeah, you should. It's not okay, but yeah, you should.
That is kind of you, Professor. But it's all right. If you were to lose your patience with me, it could have an incalculable impact on my research. That sort of thing has happened in the past, you know. Back when I was still in the Empire, at first, any lady I was spending time with would titter and say she didn't mind if I talked about crests. But at some point, she would always become fed up and stop listening to what I
wonder
had to say.
why.
In the end, invariably, while I was particularly focused on my research, she would write to say we were done. You may be a man, but I still don't wish for you to grow tired of my company.
Aside from Petra and Ferdinand, who else are you planning on promoting? I don't have specific plans for people yet. I want to situate everybody so that they are able to become a masterclass if they need to. But I'm not planning specifically on anybody to be it. I know some people that definitely aren't going to make the jump. Ella's not going to because she's going to get her own as part of the story. I'm not going to because I already have Enlightened one. Hubert's not going to because he's not getting on a horse. It's just not happening. Linhart is probably going to be the same way, so he'll be stuck at Bishop. Caspar might be War Master, Ferdy might be Great Knight, Bernie might be Bow Knight. Dorothea is a dancer, so she has pretty good odds of not upgrading as well. But if I want to, I could make her a Mortal Savant or a Gremory. Felix is not going to make it because he only knows swords, and I'm not giving him magic this time. I hadn't thought about Ash, but since he doesn't have anything in riding, he's probably not going to make it either. Mercedes is definitely not. Lysithea could be a Gremory. Handjob is not making it. Manuela, I would like to put on a Falcon Knight if I can get her there. So I might have specific, I might have just enough seals to get everybody who is not going to be an advanced class. Or a master class. Like, the people that I identified as not making master class, there might just be enough seals left for everybody else. I'm not done yet. So I just did Handjob, and he has none left. Then let's see who's next to Handjob. Mercedes and Ferdinand.
Mercedes! Finally!
Why are you wearing your old student uniform?
Ah, Ferdinand. Why are you so
I thought it would make me look younger for you. No, it's too bad. I'm not really into, you know, kids.
I just wanted to show you something.
Damn, foiled again.
What's this? Oh.
Yes, these are financial records that I recovered from your adoptive father. They prove that when he adopted you, large sums of money changed hands.
Where did you come across these?
I stealthily made my way into Ferdiad and looked around his estate. It was
While
easy.
we're at war.
That kind of thing is no trouble for an intrepid young noble such
The
as
Prime
myself.
Minister of the Empire just snuck into Ferdiad. No problem.
That's amazing. I mean, amazingly irresponsible. I can't believe you put yourself at risk for my benefit. I really wish you wouldn't do such things.
No, I did it for my benefit. I could not help myself. With these documents, we can show everyone what a scoundrel your adoptive father really is. His noble aspirations will be crushed. The Lord of the Region will probably rescind his adoption contract. In other words, you will be free.
Oh.
Here, take them. Do with them what you will.
Do you really believe these will set me free?
Yes, of course. You will be free to decide your own path in life and go wherever your heart leads you.
That does sound nice, but... I'm sorry, Ferdinand, but I think you should hold on to the documents.
Why? Is this not what you want?
I've lived so much of my life following everyone else's lead. So much so that I've come to terms with it. It's almost unavoidable.
No, don't say that, no.
But with these, I could regain my freedom and change all that.
You baffle me. Do you not wish to be free?
Of course I do. Let me try that again in a way you might understand. A true noble cuts their own path, seizing freedom from the clutches of tyranny.
She's trying so hard to raise her voice.
I cannot argue with that. Fine then. I will hold on to the documents.
But I'm really very happy that you're so concerned with my well-being, Ferdinand. It means so much to me that you went through all that trouble on my behalf.
Of course, Mercedes. The smile on your face is well worth the effort.
So did you get any info on Rhea while you were in there? Oh, I hadn't really considered looking into our arch nemesis while I was in the capital where she was staying. Really should have thought that one through, shouldn't I? I'm afraid Edelgard is not going to like this report at all. Damn it. Alright, Ferdy and Bernie.
Even with the fires of war raging all around us, tea never fails to soothe the soul.
I feel like you guys just didn't have a lot to make your day brighter back then if tea is such a huge thing.
Do you not agree, Bernadette?
Also, where did you come from?
I hadn't actually thought about it, but yes.
Excellent. Oh, that reminds me.
What's that?
A long time ago, my parents were in talks to arrange my marriage with a certain young lady. She never set foot outside of her room, and she made little dolls to curse her perceived enemies. Such were the rumors. Frightened, I dissuaded my parents from going through with their plans.
I can see that. She does sound pretty frightening. I relate to the staying in the room part, though.
That girl was you, Bernadetta, a daughter of House Varley.
What? I don't make dolls to curse people.
You are a skilled embroiderer, no? I guess I was wrong. You were not making dolls.
I did make dolls, but cute ones. Nice little carnivorous plants.
You know, little Venus flytraps that I would then attach onto the heads of other dolls. And then the next day I'd hear that they'd been mysteriously beheaded in the night. It was complete and total coincidence.
Maybe I should not have brought this up.
Why not? Carnivorous plants are adorable.
Yes, adorable. Anyway, if I had actually known you, I would have accepted the proposal.
Why? Did you have some scheme in mind?
No.
No, I just mean, now that I have gotten to know you, I would have been happy to...
So, you're saying you'd... with me? It's getting kinda hot in here, isn't it? Maybe it's the tea.
This is one of the few ones where it's just absolutely blatantly, this is a romantic setup.
Why are you getting so worked up? That was all a long time ago now.
These days, I would never.
A long time ago?
Yes. Now we are soldiers fighting together in the same great conflict, right? And my parents are gone. So any agreements they might have cooked up would be completely invalid.
I guess so.
Just think. If we had been married, we would not have been able to build such a deep
Never mind,
friendship.
she's getting friended hard. And
That's
accidentally.
Yeah, we never would have gotten this close. I would have given up on the relationship my parents chose for me and shut myself away.
Oh, never mind, it's
more.
actually growing healthily. Good.
So all in all, I am glad I refused to marry that doll-cursing princess.
Hey! I said I never made cursed dolls!
Sorry. I am just glad to have met you at the monastery. I had better take my leave. We should have tea together again sometime soon.
Yeah, see you. I'm glad we met here too.
They're not sitting in front of a table. But I get that's just because of the technical limitations of that. That one felt really good. That one felt more normal and more natural than most of the supports that I've seen on the Black Eagle side here. That one was great. A+. Yeah, so following the chain, we got Bernie and Shoeless.
I can't believe how long it's been since I left home. Since I was dragged out of the house.
I remember this one.
5 whole years. It's weird to think about.
Weird in what way?
At first, I remember I was desperate to go back, but now it's the opposite. I have friends here, and I have you. The monastery's become a second home to me. Back then, I never would have dreamed a day like this would come.
Good, I'm happy.
It's all thanks to you. You've given me a second chance at life. If not for you, I never would have gotten used to leaving my room, let alone the monastery. Maybe the battlefields just dulled my senses. I'm much better with strangers and new places now, though. I don't panic nearly as much as before.
Good, I have some independent work for you then.
What? Independent? As in,
yes.
Alone? That sounds like a tough assignment. Where did this come from all of a sudden? Hey, hold on. You're teasing me,
No,
aren't
I
you?
totally need you to go over to not Ferdinand, to Ferdiad. And spy on Rhea because somebody fucked it up!
Please don't joke around like that anymore. It's torture for me.
I was chasing some tail instead. I can't commit to that, no.
Come on, Professor. I'm begging you. Please promise me you won't do that again. Friends respect each other's feelings, don't they? Good.
I don't actually promise, I just had no choice.
You're absolutely not allowed to send me out anywhere on my own. Got it? You would need to come with me. If you're with me, I can go anywhere in the world.
I'll follow at a distance.
No, that defeats the purpose. Why can't you get what I'm saying? I thought we were finally getting close. Guess I'm not good enough for that, though, am I? I'll let you have this one, but you better be ready
Don't
for
be
next
hating on
time.
yourself. Don't do it. No, it's not good. You stop. Alright, one more here. Actually, 2 more here. Petra and Dorothea. I don't know if I ever got to A-rank Petra last time, because she died.
Professor, please do not be concerned. I just did too much overworking and lost my strength.
Are you okay?
Yes, I have no problems. Accept my apology for giving you worry. I have sorrow. I am sorry to be fainting at a time like this, even though I was not asking for your care and attention. You gave it willingly.
I think I've seen this one, actually, yeah. Least I could do.
I am thinking that is incorrect. Will you have a listen to me? There is something that I must be saying. I am thinking you already have knowledge of why I came to Vodlin. Not for studying, but as a hostage for the Empire. So that Bridget would not be rebelling anymore. It feels like a knife against my throat. That I am making my grandfather obey the Empire.
So this made sense when I was on the Blue Lions, but here, her other conversations have been like, I'm happy to do it.
Because I am a hostage, it is not an option to be giving up. I must be fighting and winning and staying alive. I must do anything to be making life better for Bridget. To be making Bridget and the Empire stand as equals. That is what my people are wanting from me. And what my grandfather, the King of Bridget, is wanting.
And what do you want?
My want? I am not knowing of that. The wants of my people are something I have power to achieve. Their wants are my own.
No, I think you have your own wants.
What I really want, I have understanding. Wait, no, I actually do not have understanding. Yet. What I am understanding is that there is something I am not understanding. When I know what my
I
true
remember that
want
line.
is, I give you my promise that I will be telling you first.
Good. I like you. You're a sweet girl, Petra. So you have nothing more. Let's go over to Dorothea then and speak with Elle, because we have a B rank.
You're in high spirits today, Dorothea.
Yes. I have met someone quite charming recently. I'm hoping we can spend more time together soon.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I wish I had some advice to offer. Alas, I do not.
Don't worry too much about it, 80. I guess romance isn't really something you're interested in.
How did you know?
I'm not completely disinterested.
Oh, yeah? Is there someone you have your eye on?
To be honest, there's nothing resembling romance in my life at present. It's not that I'm disinterested. I'm simply too busy with other endeavors. I have no time to spare for such things.
I feel you.
That's not surprising. You're not just any old noble, after all. Anyone who has feelings for you, well, they're in for a pretty complicated life.
True. And I can't ignore the possibility that I may have to marry for political purposes. I doubt I'll ever have the opportunity for a passionate romance as long as I live.
That's no way to talk. You meet the right person and boom, you have passion to spare. Could be someone you've just met or someone you've known your whole life. There's no telling how life will go. Something could even spark between the two of us.
Go on.
You and I. Now that is an entertaining thought. If such an exciting future is in store, I look forward to it.
She's up for it.
That's awfully sweet.
It's only a B rank. That shift of pose is not just a tease. She was seriously considering that for a hot second there.
Did you hear, Caspar? There's been another theft in the pantry.
Cool, I'll go crush his skull.
Come on, we can't waste time arguing about it like last time. We gotta catch the guy. There he is. Corner him, Ash.
I've cut off his escape route. He's all yours.
Ha! You're not going anywhere, you dirty thief.
We did it. He was pretty nimble, but no match for the two of us together.
I guess, but I didn't think our thief would be so...
Ah, I was just gonna say, they should have had the thief, say something.
Yeah, I never would have guessed a cat this big could sneak into our pantry.
So, what do we do
Well,
with him?
he took food from the pantry, so now we're down food. I say we make up a nice stew.
We? Weren't you the one barreling on about striking the culprit down last time?
You really think I'm gonna attack him? Why don't you try your genius plan instead? Go ahead, talk it out. Let the cat explain himself. I doubt you'll understand a word the guy says.
I guess neither of us has the right solution here. So, what are we going to do with
It's
this?
a cat!
Huh?
Looks like he gave us the slip.
These are not the best format for, like, dancing around a cat.
He sure did.
Well, after a daring escape like that, I guess there's no more we can do.
I'll teach him a lesson if we ever catch him again. I thought of a pretty good plan to show him the error of his ways.
Well, I've got an idea of my own, so I guess I'd better find him first.
Is that a challenge? Well then, may the best plan win.
And meanwhile, these guys are just talking about cats. Nothing of import is happening.
This may seem a bit sudden, but I want to thank you, Professor.
What for?
That is, for letting me live my life the way I want. I've noticed you've been giving me fewer of those soul-revealing gazes lately. I appreciate you making an effort to not trouble yourself over who I spend my time with.
I don't know what you mean.
If you say so. But I notice you doing it all the same. It's kind of sweet in its own way. Professor, may I tell you a story about when I was younger? I was an orphan, living in the back alleys of Enbar, until one day I was overheard singing. That was when my new life began. I was suddenly a songstress in the Middle Frank Opera Company. Performers, nobility. I met so many people. But none of them ever really knew me. I was just some young, pretty girl who could sing. A spectacle to be admired. Even though everyone praised my looks and my voice, and they showered me with gifts. I knew one day I'd be old. My looks would fade. My voice would change. I wouldn't sound the same.
I remember being hit by that in the first playthrough. That's real. And the delivery, as always, from her VA is spectacular.
And I started to wonder, when I did get old, what would I have left? I'd be old, alone, and back on the streets of the capital, right where I'd started.
I don't believe that's true. No.
You can never be certain about what the future will bring. I never had much to begin with in life, and I worry that one day I'll be that way again. That's why I keep searching for someone who will love me. Someone unaware of the songstress, who can love a girl that used to be scared and alone on the streets of the capital. I wonder if such a strange person can
It's
even
not that
exist.
strange. I hear ya, I feel ya. I've never even seen one of your songs. I'd be down. If only you were not a fictional character. Oh well. Who needs the goal work? Let's force food down some more people's throats. Unaware of the songstress, then why do you keep bringing it up? Also a bit of a good point. So, Manuela and Lysithea are the ones that are sort of the most restrained right now. Actually, no, that means... Yeah. Manuela and Lysithea. So we'll throw Manuela at Ferdy this time. No special today? Okay, so Manuela... And Ferdinand? Did we lose people? It seems smaller. It seems smaller because...
This is a wonder.
As a noble...
It seems smaller because we don't have the whole of the school to share meals with anymore. When you're before the time skip, you can invite anybody from any class and all of the faculty to build support levels before you recruit them. After the time skip, everybody else goes. So we haven't actually lost anybody, but it's just been limited to the people who are specifically in my party. Oh, Ferdinand did max out again. Good. Lysithea and Mercedes can support with handjob and Felix. Okay. Lysithea, handjob. Skip. Hit the buttons.
Lysithea, do you like this kind of food? How is the seasoning?
Oh, you're just doing it for research.
Hey, the professor is right here. Can you please stop paying me so much attention? Thanks.
And I know where that line came from because I just had a support that said that the Crest users are supposed to like sweet food. So he's like digging into it. I love this game's supports. They're all so well intertwined. You could play the game through like 3 or 4 times and still not see one or two supports and be like, oh god, that just fits in so well.
This is my absolute favorite.
This looks delicious.
So Lysithea and Handjob can speak together now. Who else? There's Petra and Caspar. Petra, we will have speak to Linhart. There's something that there we go. Actually, yeah. Petra and Linhart.
I would be like...
Okay, who else? Caspar needs do. Set him with Dorothea. Just gotta find something he likes. There we go, right there. Is there something that he likes that she hates? Hate? Ah, come on, Dorothea. Dislike the food. They dislike a lot of the same things. But there's nothing that Caspar likes that Dorothea hates. At least that I can currently make. They have very similar taste in foods. Phooey. Normal is such a good way to grind out supports. Fair. It's probably a lot faster.
I can eat.
I don't like being hit on during
You could probably just set him up to like almost auto battle in normal and you'd be fine. And then lastly, we have Elle, who can support with a great number of people. Oh, she only has a B rank with Petra? Thought that might have been higher. Did Manuela already eat? She has. So is Handjob. So we'll throw her at, I think Linhart did too. Basically everybody. All these meals that are only enjoyed by Felix, nobody else. Ugh, onions. Throw her at Bernie. She's gonna get it with Hubert, like, really easily because they're always on the field together.
Oh, I'd rather...
Okay, so that's 4. Now I can go train at the people who can teach me the things I need to first. Like Manuela. Mecha actually teased a normal casual series of Fire Emblem 3 Houses plays Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Just auto battle and see what happens.
Remember, well, one idiot. What's going?
I use a lot of fisties on the field right now too. Maybe I should have Manuela teach me about the swords. She's the only one left that can do that. Felix can't teach me swords. Can Caspar still teach me fisties? He should be able to do me a little bit. Nope, he's down to just axes. Phooey. Then I can go to the faith trainers. Where's Linhart at?
I never do. I hope it's all.
Advanced drills in the faiths. Who else knows the faiths? Possibly Lysithea? Have I already done the cathedral? I'm awful at raising Violet's skills since I'm always so focused on getting supports. I don't really find myself in that rough position too often. Let's teach Dorothea and Rasithia, because they're both magic users who both need faith, and they're not often using it.
I'll get...
Last one that I could learn is just back to reason again. So let's go learn from Hubie real quick.
So, that means we should press.
One last support to see before we go out, which is Lysithia Hanneman B rank.
Professor Hanneman, is this a good spot for this book?
That will do nicely, Lysithia. I'm sorry to trouble you with these chores.
It's no trouble. After all, it's proper etiquette for the young to help the elderly.
The elderly? I'm only... Ugh, never mind. How have you been feeling of late? Anything worth mentioning?
I've been feeling well enough, all things considered.
You seem to be maturing remarkably. No doubt your well-being is due to the positive influence of your twin crests working in tandem.
Here he goes with the positive again. Looks like your research is more useless than I thought.
I may ignore your assaults on my age, but I will not allow unfettered attacks upon my research. What makes you think it's lacking? Surely you do not deny that your crest-related abilities exceed those of your peers. You are so far ahead of the others. Even the combined effects of the twin crests you bear do not fully account for that discrepancy.
You just can't see beyond the crest, can you? In all your research, haven't you considered that my abilities are a direct result of the effort I put in?
Of course, I am aware that you are a hardworking student, but...
My efforts far exceed those of any other student. I've placed top priority on growing as quickly as possible.
Is the ability to expend such incredible efforts, to be so focused and driven, is that not a form of talent?
It has nothing to do with talent. It's a question of sheer will. I'm determined to succeed, no matter the sacrifice.
I see.
Yeah.
But what drives you to such
Maybe
lengths?
that she's only got a few years to live?
I have goals, just like anyone. And precious little time in which to achieve them.
Little time?
The people who made me as I am informed me that my life would be drastically shortened as a result.
You didn't know that?
A person bearing two crests against the will of nature itself. Well, clearly it can't be sustainable. As such, I don't indulge in the luxury of fantasizing about the future. I haven't got one. Knowing all this now, will you still claim that my crests are something positive?
I cannot.
You...
Please understand. I had no idea.
You didn't ask.
I'll be leaving now.
Oh,
Lysithea.
boy, hand job.
So that is why you are...
You did not pick up on some very obvious signals there. Whew. Yeah, she's got some weight to her, all right, little Lysithea. All right, we're gonna do manual instruction, but I have to take a moment to go get myself a refresher on my drink and look at something that isn't a screen since I've been here for almost 4 hours now. Back in a moment. I'm back. I also have bread, so I might be a little moldy when I take a few bites. But it should go down in just a few bites. Petra! Petra training! Petra! You gotta be better to make Wyvern Lord. I need you blazing ahead on these things.
You have...
Oh. It's really hard to take a bite of this bread. It's thick, it's really dense, and also this was the end crust piece. Ah. Armor!
Nothing worth celebrating.
Armor!
Praise isn't necessary, really. Nothing. Each milestone informs the next.
A+. Weight -5. Hell yeah.
I'm improving, thanks to you.
I gulped at the same time I was moving my chair up, and like something about the way the neck muscles lined up made that a really painful gulp. All right, bread's down. Ferdy, what do you need to become the great? Heavy armor at A, axe is a B+, okay? Keep going on heavy armor.
I am beginning to understand.
Beginning? You should know a lot more than just beginning at this point. Oh, it's still stuck in my throat. Whew. Don't eat too fast. It'll get stuck in your throat in uncomfortable ways. All right. Should be good now. Who else still needs the work? Felix has a bunch of stuff that he could still get good at, so even when he maxes out swords, like there's bows and fists next, so I don't really need to push to get him at the top, because I'm never going to get the chance to give him training in authority. He's just got to use the authority to train it naturally. Dorothea, get better at the faiths.
I got it. Good. You're quite the motivator, Professor. I got it.
Good, now you got A.
I'm a quick study.
What, you didn't get anything for that? No bonus? No extra spell? Oh. Let's throw Caspar some bones.
That... Nailed it! Perfect! I'll get it next time, too. That...
Okay, gotta get you set to be a War Master in case we want to go down that route. Ash is just not gonna go down that route, yeah. He's not set to be a rider. And since he doesn't want to train in riding, I can't give him training in riding, so he's never gonna get there. Handjob does want to be a rider. I could actually turn him into a Dark Knight pretty easily.
I still have much to learn. No matter how old one gets.
Good, so let's throw you some bones here. Ah, good. Tandem talks still going on. Okay, group tasks still fine. Although, I could swap this now. We could set this to be Ferdinand and Handjob. Although they don't work well together, so there's no point behind that. I could do Ferdy Mercedes, though. She's only at B. If I have her keep training a little bit to get that weight -5, I can't train her in it because she doesn't want to do it anymore. I've got her to where she wants to be, so I'm breaking my own rules to do that. Let's set up Ferdy and, it's not gonna be much for money, but they could both use the work. Let's also swap you off of bows and set you onto reason and riding. Yeah. Manuela's still okay. Good, good. Good, good, good. Why did I put you on swords? Swap that over to, Reason and Faith, yeah. Bernie's cool, Caspar's good, Linhardt is good, Ferdy is doing something there. Okay, good. Begin the training. I think we have one more week of exploration and then to the battle. Woman has to look out for herself. Allow me to refine my sword technique so I can handle those who get too close. Nope. Ferdinand and Hammond do not have supports, no. I'm just doing this so that they'll both get riding training, that's it. Come on, load the thing.
Ready when you are.
Indeed.
I am pleased to report our superior result.
Ah, good. I did get a bunch of gold for it.
I have much expertise now.
I'm just not there yet.
You have sword prowess rank 5. That's pretty there, man. Okay. I could probably get away with just a seminar this time, and it would boost some supports. So I have an S and an A+ in authority. Elle's got Axe's authority. Hubert has bows and reason. That's not a bad turnout. But the authority, oh god, the authority, it's such an easy win there. Utilizing heavy armor units' axes, which the Imperial Army is known for. Begin a seminar on a fighting style that gradually weakens your enemies using bows or magic. Land skills all nobles should be adept in. The effects on crests on one's magic skills is discovered from personal and independent research. These guys all have their own, like, listings for their seminars, too. Begin a seminar on how to win arguments and gain the upper hand in one-on-one combat. Damn it, Caspar. Seminar on a fighting style that takes advantage of a weapon's range with a strong emphasis on personal safety for Bernadetta. Dorothea, focusing on moving one's sword with the grace of a dancer and casting magic with the poise of a diva. Petra has daring and resolute sword and axe fighting styles developed on the Bridge Archipelago. Felix has combined swords and hand-to-hand skills. Now it makes sense. He uses his fists as an additional weapon on top of his swords. That's why he's good at brawling. Begin a seminar on fighting style that makes use of close-range weapons, including the mini bow or axe. Begin a seminar worthy of a genius that will have participants reconsidering everything they ever thought they knew about magic. Lysithea, please. Begin a seminar on both reason and bow skills from an esteemed professor of the monastery and the leading crest scholar in Fodlan, and a seminar on faith and sword skills from a beloved professor. Cool. Yeah, that authority is just too easy of a boost to people that need it. So let me really quickly swap somebody over into caring about swords for a hot second. Just because it will also give them a much needed authority boost. Seminar me, there we go. All right. I can smell the ego off Lysithea. Description is something I thought I would see from Ferdinand. Those things seem valid.
The battlefield has much to teach.
I'm getting the hang of it.
Ooh, Hexblade.
I suppose it's working.
Good, Manuela got C in authority.
It's almost time to depart. Are you ready?
I don't know, I don't think we can win.
I agree that Claude will prove a difficult foe. Still, do not speak such words right before a battle. We must pay close attention not only to Claude's schemes, but to the man himself. He's a master archer who wields the legendary bow, Fail Not. He won't fall easily.
I also like, well, like is the wrong word, but I think it's funny how in the Edelgard route, we're like, let's take care of everybody else on the continent, but let's deal with Claude, like, up front and immediately because he's a tiny threat. Dimitri is the actual one to be worried about.
It's the relic of House Regan. That bow once belonged to one of the 10 elites. Professor, do you know the true story behind the legend?
No, I know nothing about the stories of these elites.
The relics were created by the hands of mankind. Saros collected them after killing the 10 elites.
Made by people, and Saros killed them. Saros killed Nemesis. Okay, that lines up. Later, Mask.
Saros manipulated the people of the world and defeated the all-powerful King Nemesis.
Why would she do... I thought he was corrupted.
That's the history the Church of Saros maintains. In reality, it was little more than a simple dispute.
Though the intro cutscene did have big fountains of red evil power.
Should the one leading the people of the world be someone with humanity, or a creature that can merely masquerade as a human at will? In the end, Saros was victorious. The Immaculate One and her family then took control of Fodlan. I know this because that knowledge is passed down from emperor to emperor.
So they've got a secret about the history of the world.
And that is because the first emperor is the human who cooperated with Saros, allowing humanity to be controlled in secret. Perhaps it's fate that you can wield the sword of the Creator, just like Nemesis, the King of Liberation.
Yeah, there's a lot of weirdness around that Nemesis guy. Evil name, said he was corrupted, but also the King of the world and of liberation? Liberation's a good word.
And that very fate will lead you to use that sword to stand against those who would distort history.
I say. Are we gonna have an event every day of this week?
It seems they've set out from Garreg-Mach. That's sooner than expected. Losing the Great Bridge of Myrddin was a serious blow. So is the fact that Teach is still alive. On top of all that, Judith. I told her to run if things looked
And
bad.
she did, and Ferdinand said nay.
Damn it. So many people will die, and by my call.
And what of it? Would you rather turn tail and run back home?
Nadir, you're really getting on my nerves. Do you have any idea how much of the Alliance adores me and believes in me?
I'm a celebrity. Everybody loves me. They kiss my toes every night. Damn, this life sucks.
Well, I suppose it's quite a lot. Does that mean that...
Yes, the plan is a go. I'm counting on you, Nadir. We'll make a good show taking down those who would assault Deirdre.
People say our kind may not always win, but we never lose. Let's teach them the real meaning of those words.
Interesting turn of phrase.
Now
Makes me a little concerned.
Let's see what you're made of, Teach.
Oh, his horse said nay. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. No certifications, but I will go ahead and buy a couple of these Master Seals that are currently available, just so that I have them at the ready. Those are elixirs. Master Seals. I'm probably gonna have to make a swing by the armory as well when I get in here, but we'll decide that when we get there. Capturing Deirdre, which for some reason I always thought was on the very eastern tip of the continent and never noticed that there are mountains there. So it's up by that Hudson's Bay looking place. Okay. It's actually very close to the border of Fargus. Closer than I thought, huh? Where is Ferdy at on this map? I see Hresvelg. There's Deirdre. I don't see the name Ferdiad anywhere. I see the crest at the Taltian Plains. Oh, Blathid. No, that's just a marcus to the crest. Because the Mark of Regan is not at the same place as Deirdre, and I guess Hresvelg isn't the same thing as Enbar the city. Although they are located in the same place. Maybe it's the same thing with Fargus then, where the Blathid crest is where Ferdiad is located. Anyways, that's not important. Drink enough elixirs and you can be a Gremory. You can be anything. In your mind palace.
North of the Great Bridge of Myrddin, the Imperial Army passes through the Allied territory of House Gloucester and invades the land of House Regan, which leads the opposition.
Oh, I'm not gonna get a kill,
They move to attack Claude in the capital,
Purple hair,
Deirdre,
can I?
where the leader of the Alliance awaits their arrival.
Lorenz. Lorenz was one of the, Alliance units who was on the side of the Empire, which means that I'm not gonna get to kill him. Damn it! Oh. No. Oh. Hoppy hop, hoppy hop. Okay. I know this map. I fought a bonus battle here, and this is the place where I had to keep Judith and Hilda alive last time. Ferdinand, if that is the case, then all I need to do is drink elixirs. Surely the professor will appreciate my battle prowess then, right? Right? No, Ferdinand. It is not meant to be. Aw, shit! By turning him back into his old child self, I actually undo his paladin costume. Aw, man, I actually kind of liked that in battle. I'll have to change it back next time. Okay, what have we here? We are already facing Gremory's level 31. Awesome. Sniper, warrior. Oh, there you are, Hilda. I had wanted to save you from all this. Pity. Freykugel, Crest of Goneril. Crestbearer can use Apocalyptic Flame. You've got 62 HP, 72 attack, 31 protection. That's a lot. You have a lot of numbers. Jason allies, grant +5 in using an axe. Axe crit +10. Oh, a crit rating of 51 too. Oh, darting blow for more speed and hit +20. 72 fucking 2. Calm down, Hilda. She does not know how to calm. Yeah, I don't see Ignatz here either. I don't see most of the Alliance students. I wonder how many of them, like, retreated to Ferdiad for some reason. Like, Ignatz survived, and even he's not here again. Okay, Claude, Barbarossa. In the tradition of Elmira, Claude wields a bow while riding the skies on his wyvern. He can move again after taking certain actions. So, maybe he's from Elmira. No crowned ruler. Minor crest of Regan. Sometimes restores HP equal to 30% of damage dealt when using combat arts. Ah, that sucks. That's a bad crest. 62 attack, 25 speed, 25 protection, 52 avoidance, which is really what I gotta worry about. The Hexlock means that, oh, he is not protected from arrows. But he probably has that thing down here somewhere, right? Lester Lineage allows the unit to pass through spaces occupied by foes. Cool, so you can pass. Charm, Bowfair, Canto, Commander, nullifies instant death effects, movement effects, close counter, flying effect, null, yep. Bow prowess and authority. Fail not, Crest Bearer can use Fallen Star. Hexlock, offering strong protection and resilience. Avoid enemy attacks in the next combat. Oh. Immortal Core. Handpicked by Claude. Ashes and Dust. Effective against flyers. He will not move. He's sitting on a heal tile. This, much like Dimitri before her, this might be the place for Elle to break out her Aimer. Her Ymir. Even though this is not as far in as Dimitri had been, so we're not as high a level as he had been. I'm seeing level 31s across the field. From here, he's got Fail Not, so he's got a bow. On average here, we've got this guy has 48 attack, 21 protection, 16 speed. 15 speed, 18... 20 speed, but 31 protection. 16 protection of 21, 12, 21, 10, 13. So it looks like the protections are around 20, and the speeds are between 15 and, yeah, and protections are around 20, speeds are around 15, for the most part, aside from the named units. Nullifies extra damage against cavalry units. Okay, cool. I need to make sure I try and kill that guy. Range of 2 to 3 because of his bow. Silver bow, silver axe, Freykugel, sure. Accuracy ring, silver, you've got range, tomahawk. Abraxas. Alliance general. You would have been Lysithia, sure, okay. You also have a master seal, but you will not drop it, so I need to send out somebody who can steal it. You only have a speed of 10 that can be either Shublis or Petra. Advanced light magic, okay. Attack of 60. Silver, 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 okay. What abilities is Hilda rocking? I've already checked these, never mind. Okay, drop the adjutants. I need to decide who comes along to this. It's getting harder and harder to justify Hanneman. But if I keep taking him along as at least an adjutant, then he should get some experience to try and stay caught up. Let's give Hanneman to Elle. Since there's one more to go there. Ferdy's gotta come, Hubert's gotta come, Mercedes has gotta come. Only 26! There are people who are really, really falling behind here. I don't know that a flyer Manuela is gonna be necessary, even though she is only level 26. But that said, she really only needs one more skill. That's Lances. So if I drop her, bring Petra, I can give her as an adjutant to Petra. She will continuously work on that lance skill by being along with her. And gain experience. Make sure that you equip a lance instead. Okay, we're good. No, what did I do? I stored that. Don't store it. Take it out. Equip, okay? So you're working on that now. Ymir's fun and crazy. I hope you end up using it. I'll use it for big stuff like a boss or something. That wasn't the class Claude had when I played this map. Did they change that in an update? Maybe. Want to know something about this map that happens if you don't get a certain unit? I'm guessing that unit would be Lysithia. Yeah, wait till the map is over, but then do tell me. Caspar, I've already said I want to have take to the field again because he needs some skills. Felix is only 26. God, we have units that are just falling behind. Bernadetta is 20 goddamn 4. What use is that gonna be here? She can't hurt anything. Dorothea with her dancer meteor, you're gonna be valuable. You get to come along. Who do I drop for you? Bernadette is 24 and Ash is 25. Both of my bows are falling behind. I should take Linhart's experience gem and give it to somebody else for combat. Lysithea continues to be cursed. I don't know. If anybody, Ferdy might be the guy to drop here because he's so far ahead of everybody, but he's also very reliable to take with me. I don't want to drop Ash and Felix because they're both like so low they need the combat work. Bernie, I think, is too low. I could maybe take her along as an adjutant. But Ferdinand at this point does not need any experience, period. I'm going to chance this by dropping Ferdy. Even though it means I won't get a killing. Which means what's actually going to happen is that I'm going to save right here, reload it, and I'm just going to hit fight. And I'm going to skip through everything that happens here because I don't want to see any of it.
No.
And I'm just going to run Ferdinand up because he still needs to die, especially after his terrible showing last time. He needs to die. Kind of wish that I hadn't just spoiled myself that there's all these reinforcements, but oh well. Because now I know those are a thing.
This is as far as I go. Why must it end here?
Eat shit. Now I can move on.